We've had a lot of chance here at NAB to take a look at all the different components that we have to create images and projects. We've looked at software, we've looked at hardware, we've looked at cameras and media asset management, but where the real excitement is in the process of plugins, because plugins allow us to create customized effects. And very few companies are better known in the world than Red Giant Software, which was co-founded by Andrew Little, who's sitting to my far right. Andrew, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
And sitting between the two of us, sandwiched as it were, is Aharon Rabinowitz. Aharon is the Director of Content and Communities for Red Giant. Aharon, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Aharon, we think you're a wonderful guy, but we're going to start with Andrew first because, you know, he is
the boss.
He's the boss. So we're going to start. Andrew, what is Red Giant?
So Red Giant is a plug-in company. We make plugins or accessories for video host applications like Premiere and After Effects and Final Cut and Avid.
Well, you've been busy because every time I turn around, you're acquiring new companies. You've got a relationship now with Pluralize, and you've got a new website and a whole new... What are you guys doing over there?
Well, actually, frankly, I feel like we haven't done a lot in the last year and a half because we've been busy behind the scenes developing...
Universe.
Universe is one of the four technologies we've been working on, but that's the big one.
Well, we want to talk more about what Universe is.
Yep.
So, talk.
Okay. Well, I think the best way to understand it is understanding some of the kind of the problems we face as a plugin manufacturer. And so we've been doing this for 12 years, and we've got a catalog of 50 plugins.
Which are really good, by the way.
Thank you. We think so. Some of them are, yeah. But you can imagine you get 50 plugins that run on both Mac and Windows platforms, okay? And then they also support a variety of hosts. So maybe one supports 5 hosts and one supports 2 hosts. So it's a lot of upkeep.
A host, by the way, is what?
A video application like Avid or Premiere Pro or After Effects, okay? So ideally, as a plugin company, we'd love to support all hosts, okay? We'd also love to support Mac and Windows, and we want to keep up to the latest GPU technology or CPU multi-threading technology or whatever that is. So it's just a challenge. So back when CS5 came out in 64-bit and we had to update all of our plugins, it took us like a year and a half just to update every single plugin. So what we decided to do, or what we ended up doing, was building this platform. So Universe is basically a development platform that we use to develop plugins on top of. Okay, it's really simplified, it's really easy.
Now, is this something similar to what FX Factory is doing?
Yeah, very similar. Yep.
So you've got a universal a foundation, like an operating system, upon which you can then build these different plugins.
Correct. So if we want to support the latest GPU technology, we support OpenGL. We update the platform itself, and then all plugins automatically update. So there's actually three reasons we did it. One is engineering efficiency. So we're launching Universe with 50 plugins, and it allows us, we can basically make a new plugin with our own platform in about a month, where it used to take about 9 months. 1 month from idea to plugin.
So we should see more plugins from you then, shouldn't we?
So it is also the other reason we did it is there's always been a kind of a barrier to entry for a lot of customers that don't want to spend $900 on plugins. I mean, it's expensive, but it makes sense for the certain level professional. So it's always bothered us, but it's a business model problem. So now for $10 a month, you can buy a membership in Universe and get all 50 plugins. And every month or so, we're going to add more plugins.
Well, it sounds to me very much like the subscription model that Adobe put together, where you now, from an end user's point of view, they've got a low price to enter. And from your point of view, you've got consistent revenue, which I love the phrase consistent revenue. It's one of my absolute favorite phrases, because now you can count on it. Is that part of the equation, watching what Adobe did and the success they had with their model?
I'd say so. I actually like the lynda.com model better. It fits a little closer, but it's the same thing. It's a monthly payment, and then you just get new stuff all the time. You know, for us, it's plugins, and we're going to use the community. We're going to use the community to help us tell us what to develop next. So we're going to put up several ideas and let the members vote on them, and whichever one wins the vote, that's the next one we develop and put in.
Well, Aharon, that I think leads into what you're doing. You're the Director of Content and Communities. So what are you sending to the community, and what are you getting back from them?
Well, here's the thing that's really exciting for me as a guy who does motion graphics and visual effects. The way that this environment has been set up for creating plugins, I've actually been able to build a bunch of plugins myself, because we have an engineer or two.
No way.
By the way, that's what I've been doing for the last month and a half. We have an engineering team who build like little pieces like Legos and like Lego pieces, and then they leave it to the artists. We can start putting these things together. And so sometimes it's a month for development, and sometimes it's even just a few days, and we can crank out a plugin that would normally take us a very long time. And so our hope is that what we're going to do is we're going to be creating internally a whole bunch of tools, but then we're going to be opening up to the public and saying, hey, we're thinking about spending some time on this plugin or that plugin, maybe a couple of these. What do you guys want? What was the next thing that you would want? And so by opening up to the community, we're going to be able to create tools that are important to them and give them the value that they're getting out of this. And I should point out that it's true, it's $10 a month, but we also offer it for $99 a year, which saves people money. But for those that are maybe afraid of subscription, there's still a $3.99 buy it for life kind of deal.
Well, Aaron, as long as you've got the mic, what have you got that's new here at the show?
So we've got Universe, which is obviously our big announcement. We've also got a nice upgrade to Looks 2.5. It's Looks 2.5, which is Magic Bullet Looks. And what's interesting about that is that, again, like we talk about software and how it's been so difficult for us to make upgrades over time because technology gets a little older and it takes like 9 months to develop. So we've looked at what can we bring over to the same platform that we're using to build Universe. So Looks 2.5 is the first one. We looked at how long it was taking to develop, and we said, this product has kind of hit a place where we'd love to add more, but do we build more on top of that, or do we start from scratch? And so we rebuilt Look from scratch on the Universe platform. And so while it's separate from Universe, it's a separate product. We're using that same core technology, and that means that over the next year, you're going to start seeing a lot of cool stuff coming out of Looks because we can add much more to it, and speed has been massively improved, and it's a free upgrade for all people who are already using Looks 2 because it's on the surface it looks the same, but really it's a completely new product.
Aaron, what website can people go to learn more about Universe?
Please come join us at redgiant.com/universe.
redgiant.com/universe. I got it. So the website you want to visit is redgiant.com/universe. Andrew Little is the revenue chief and co-founder of Red Giant. He's sitting on the end. And Aaron Rabinowitz, director of content and communities. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much, Larry.
Thanks for having me.